and welcome to day 5 of hashtag Popcorn Horror Fest. We've just actually come from the cinema. We went to see Gone Girl because that's going to be our new release video this week. So yeah, you'll have to wait until a little bit later in the week to find out what we thought about that. But as far as Popcorn Horror Fest goes, day 5 we're going to be watching what's it called? Russ, what's it called? Afflicted. And what's it about?
It is, as if there weren't enough of them already, a found footage film. Two guys, one of them is fairly unwell, going on some sort of big last holiday together, sort of seeing the sights before.
I see.
Before it all goes
and
wrong.
He starts getting ill and things.
Well,
is it gross? Am I going to be like,
see.
Is that disgusting?
We'll wait and see.
Wow. Fun. Good. Well, I'll see you on the flip side because I don't really know how I'm going to react to something like this. If I feel ill for my half marathon tomorrow, it's your fault. So Afflicted. Yeah, so
Another found, you would quite sort of, as soon as you heard the word found footage, you were kind of like, oh god. So I guess, what did you think of?
I thought it was actually quite interesting. It didn't go where I thought it was going to go, so I'm glad I didn't look up anything about it, because it kind of started off as this kind of gross out, oh god, he's got some terrible disease
but it kind of
thing.
But in terms of
with lots of vomiting,
the way they were presenting the found
things.
footage, it kind of started off as almost like some sort of YouTube-esque sort of, almost they were playing with the found footage and almost showing it to sort of friends and family at home and putting it online in a. But it
made so that, and actually I quite found footage for me felt overdone. Feels overdone. Hang on, let me finish my point.
No, I'll say
found footage to me often feels overdone because you're kind of like, oh, why would they be videoing all this? But actually, in the last couple of years, the way that YouTube and vlogging has become such a big thing, that actually, and in the context of this storyline where they're going travelling and they're very definitely documenting stuff to put online for their friends and family to see where they're going. For me, I was like, well, that makes perfect sense. I can see 1,000,001 teenagers doing, or men doing exactly the same thing right now.
It's not technically found footage, because it's not being found after the fact. It's being put out there as it's happening. In a YouTube sense.
That
so
for
it's
me
more
made more sense. Yeah. So, and anyway, so it starts off with this kind of, oh god, a couple of days into their trip and he's getting ill and he's sick and he's got this terrible disease and it's going to be really disgusting. But actually, you find out, oh, he's just turning into a vampire.
Oh, only just turning into a vampire.
I get it. But then I was like, oh, okay. And actually, it was a really interesting twist on becoming a vampire and actually him grappling with the kind of moral dilemma of going through a change such as that and how his life's going to have to be now. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was
kind of just, there was just whole confusion at first as to what on earth is happening, and then the kind of dealing with the fact that he ends up killing his best friend. And then determined
that he's devastated about it.
And then determined that he can fix it.
Yeah, he wants to fix it.
And then at the end being like, oh, I guess
I can't.
And you kind of know, like, no, you need to, it's not going to change.
Yeah.
And when you kind of catch it, because it's so kind of at the beginning you're behind the curve, and then when you understand he's kind of becoming a vampire and what's inherent in that, then you're kind of ahead of the curve as he's kind of like, I'm sure I can just fix this.
And you're like,
if I just find this person, it'll go back to how
you're not
going
to be able to drink pigs. Like, no. It's going to have to be human blood. Come on. But yeah, no, it's I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. There were bits where it kind of, for me, dragged on a little bit. Like towards the end, I was like, come on, like, stop with the heart to heart with this Audrey woman. We all know it's never going to change and blah, blah, blah. But actually, for the most part, I mean, I can't say I was hugely scared by it. Like, it didn't scare me, but I thought it was an interesting twist on.
There were some nice tense moments, and I think the moment where the confrontation, kind of halfway through, with his best friend, is quite tends to watch. But
Yeah. So yeah, good one. Well done.
yeah, did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Totally good.
What are we watching tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're going old school back again. Halloween.
I've not seen Halloween, so it could be interesting. It's something I've always wanted to see. So let's see how scared I get. Ah.
Well, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if the anticipation of it being a known property
Maybe, I don't know.
maybe
Maybe it won't live
too
up to the
much,
hype.
in the same way that, as I say, not knowing anything other than, aside from the one we've just seen, Afflicted, it being a fairly recent film, and you only knowing it being found footage, you were kind of a little bit like, oh. But it seems like you kind of enjoyed it, so maybe the opposite might happen tomorrow, or not. I don't know.
We'll find out. Stay tuned. See you tomorrow. Bye.